Hello, welcome to the When I Have Spare Time podcast. My name is Frank, and I'm doing my thing. I'm pretty I was gonna say excited. I'm not excited. Anyway, I'm gonna go to work tonight. Like I work overnights now, so I'm gonna work 10:30 p.m. to 7 a.m. I love working these hours because first of all, time goes by so fast during that shift. It's just amazing. And I'll get home at 8 a.m. and I'll have the rest of the day to do whatever I want. And I don't know. It's just great. Like working hours that you actually like, and it's even better when you don't have to interact with the public. Because man, I can't tell you how many times like when you work during the day, it's like I know I've complained about this so many times, but it's like literally every 5 minutes someone is asking you a question about where something is and they're right next to the product they're looking for. You know? It's just amazing. And it's like, and I don't know. But like the downfall is it's like, okay, like there's like I love Asian women. And when I mean I love Asian women, I mean I like looking at Asian women. Like I'm only attracted to Asian women. So like some people are like heterosexual, whatever, or made up shit like pansexual, whatever. But yeah, so like if I wanted to use one of those made up sexualities, it would be like I like Asian chicks. So like, what is that like? I don't know. I was gonna say something completely racist, but why am I holding back? I don't know. Well, because it's not actually funny. But like, so like, my sexuality is Asian girls. I don't know, man. They're the only girls that are attractive. I mean, like, do like a side by side, like, and like take the same rating. So like, take a 10 who's white, a 10 who's black, a 10 who's Asian, or whatever. A 5 who's white, a 5 who's Mexican, a 5 who's Asian. Like put them all on the same like level, so like it can't be unfair. Like you get like a 9 who's like a Mexican chick, and get like a pudgy Japanese girl, and then like so like you get them all on the same level, put them all side by side. The Asian girl's gonna be the hottest one, and if you don't agree, there's nothing wrong with it. But yeah, man, there's just something about Asian chicks are just hot. But anyway, a lot of customers that go to my store are Asian, so like I'm gonna miss that aspect of it. And I like the fact that Asian girls dress a certain way because a lot of them wear like short shorts, and they're usually in good shape. Like that's the one thing about Asian women. Well, Asians in general, but I'm talking about the women because that's why I look at the most, unfortunately or fortunately. I mean, like in terms of the human population. Like, I pretty much ignore everything except I'll see Asian women, which is, I only want to look at what I like. So, like I won't even acknowledge people if I don't have to. But like an Asian woman, like I will go out of my way. Like I know you're 3 blocks away and not talking about me or not trying to talk to me or looking at me, but I'm gonna make sure you can see me. So I'm gonna follow you for a few blocks. Okay, I shouldn't have said that, but I do it though. Anyway, but yeah, like if you take the average Asian woman, and I mean average, like I'm only basing this on the people I see in the city I live in, okay, and all races. I'm talking like Japanese, Korean, Chinese, just Asian women in general, because like because like you could talk about Spanish women too, but like you could break it down to like Mexico, you could go Guatemala, you can go El Salvador. I'm just talking about just the whole blanket over Asian. The average Asian woman is skinny. I like skinny. Skinny's hot to me. That means you're in shape. People who are in shape, like if someone isn't in shape, I just find them repulsive. So obviously, if you look at America, there's about 80% of the population I just find disgusting. But anyway, in general, Asian women are more times than not in great shape. Or at least skinny, or at least not fat. Basically, they're not fat. Meaning take care of themselves. Because like if you look at all the people usually people who are skinny are usually smarter than like the other people because they're like, oh, whatever, like I'm 10 pounds overweight. I should probably stop stuffing my face with pie crust. I don't know why I said pie crust. Is pie crust fattening? Well, yeah, like pie crust is fattening if you put like a pie on it. So yeah, okay, yeah. So I should probably stop stuffing my face with pie. Okay, like a smart person would be like, I should stop. Like that's why skinny people stay skinny. It's because when they start to get a certain weight, they're like, oh, I should stop. Like they're self-aware. But that's right? I mean, like it's like how many? Okay, I haven't talked to a fat person before. Because, like, I'm afraid they're going to eat the conversation. But, like, I'm assuming a fat person is fat is because maybe they don't realize they're fat. Like, I don't know. I'm trying... Like, okay, other than... Because, like, no one's born fat. There comes a point in your life where, like... And it's usually like, the average person, like, after high school, because they don't have to take PE class, they usually start to get fat. Like, I remember, oh god, the hottest chick in my high school, well, one of the hottest chicks, one of them, she's not the hottest, but one of them, was Jill Whalen. And the reason why I tried so hard to date her in high school is because I knew after high school she was going to get fat. I could just tell. She had no, like, dexterity. She seemed very awkward when she walked. She was very slow. She looked like the reason why she was skinny is because of her teenage metabolism, and I knew like when she hit her mid-20s because she was the type of person who's always being told she's hot and she never had to do anything to be hot except just be born. And a person like that's not gonna work on it. And I was right, She I saw her. I mean, the last time I saw her. She was in her 30s and she was fat, and I was just so disappointed. I was just like, oh god. But like, I wasn't surprised, but I was just disappointed. I'm like, dude, like I thought you'd at least try, And then you could tell that she was embarrassed because she's like, oh god, because like I look the same. Well, because at least with me, like, not that I don't think I've ever had a weight problem, but let's say if I did have a weight problem, I would be like, okay, stop eating pie crust. I don't know why I don't eat pie crust. But there was a time in my life, okay, I love apple pie, okay? And there was a time in my life where I would have a whole apple pie for breakfast. And like the reason why I stopped is just like, I was, well, it doesn't matter how old I was, but it was just I was eating apple pie for breakfast, like a whole apple pie. And it was because like Ralph's, it was like this period of time where like Ralph's would just made pies of a reasonable price, and so you can get like an apple pie for like $5. Like that's like a reasonable price. And so I want to say every 3 days I had an apple pie. And I just remember one time my friend, she pulled me aside. She's like, you're gonna get diabetes. But like I was in my 20s. I was like, I don't know. I was like 22, I think. And she was very concerned about my health, and I'm like, really? Like that's how you get it from eating apple pie? She's like, well, that's your breakfast. You do it like 3 times a week. That can't be good for you. And that's coming from a girl who did like $80 a Coke a day. So if she's telling me that eating apple pie is bad for me, and she's doing like Coke for breakfast, I'm gonna listen. Take advice from people who are doing some shit. It'll give me taking advice from a cokehead. But hey, you know what? I stopped eating apple pie for breakfast. I don't have diabetes, so I think she was right. Okay, so that's that. Anyway, you guys have a good one.